Y'all, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to another 400 video. Finally we get going on all the stuff to get powder coated for this 400. So let's jump into it. We got the frame up here, the A-arms, foot pegs, heel guards, swing arm, the rear hubs. I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna coat the front hubs and the rock guards and all that. I probably will. But we'll see how it goes. So this is the condition of everything. Let's get some stripper on this frame and all of this other stuff and try and get the paint and the powder that's on here stripped off, and then we're gonna blast them. So like I said, the first thing we gotta do is strip all the old paint off of this frame. Since I'm on a budget, this is what we're gonna be using, just some regular old paint stripper from Home Depot or Lowe's. With that, I'm just gonna strip everything, and then once I'm ready to blast everything, I'll pick the camera back up. But this is how I'm doing it. So the first thing we're going to be spraying on this frame is a zinc primer from Prismatic Powders. See how quick that powder gets airborne? It just goes everywhere. We'll put a little more in there. That should be plenty to do that frame. All right, y'all, so I just got done laying the coat of zinc primer on the frame. That gun did way better than the Eastwood, but there's still like really tight spots that it didn't get into without the frame being warm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm turn the oven on. I'm gonna throw this in the oven, let this get warm and start to flow out. And then I'm gonna pull it out and hit it real quick again while it's warm so I can try and get in them tight spots. So I'll show y'all how the oven works real quick. We come over here. We got our plug. Plug goes in the wall like that. Flip that switch, that breaker. Box comes on. You can see ambient temperature or temperature inside the oven right now is 90 degrees. Our target temp is 410 degrees. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the fan on. The fan starts going. I don't know if you guys can hear that. And then I'll flip, turn both my heater banks on. And now the oven should start heating up. All right, guys, let me just pop this oven so y'all can see that all 4 elements are lit up. Walk back over here. You can see that our temperature, that's our temperature inside the oven. It's climbing as the oven heats up. That's our target temperature, 410 degrees. So once this heats up to 410 degrees, I'll jump back with y'all and I'll push the frame inside the oven. We'll let it bake for maybe 5 minutes. We're not gonna let it bake for 5 minutes. We don't want it to fully cure since we're doing multiple coats. We'll probably leave it until it flows out. I'll show you guys what flow out means in powder terms. It goes from looking like that to looking like paint, and that's when it done flowed out. But once that happens, we'll pull it out of the oven and we'll try and get in those cracks and crevices that we missed and put another coat on it. So as y'all can see, we close to our target temp. Oven's at 406 degrees. So it's good enough to roll our part in. So we're gonna get our frame. Be very careful. Get our frame out the way of the door. In goes our frame. Now, like I said, prismatic calls for 5 minutes at 400 degrees. That's the cure schedule for the primer. Since we're doing another coat over top of the primer, you don't want to cure it all the way, so we'll leave it in there for about 2.5 minutes. After the frame reaches 400, that's why I got this infrared thermometer. And that's why I made this door. So when I was doing my research building this oven, a lot of people said, oh, you don't need a window and you don't need a small door, blah, 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 blah. but you have to check the temperature of your parts while you're coating them. So if you don't have this small door or a window, A, you can't see if anything's going wrong inside the oven with the elements. B, you can't see when your powder flows out. And then C, you have to open this big ass door to check part temperature and then close it. And that lets out way more heat than opening this small door. So that's why I opted to put this small door in here. But as y'all can see, the lights are on. I'm able to see this. I'm able to see what it's doing. So once this starts to flow out, once this powder starts to flow out, I'll check the temperature. And once it gets to 400 degrees, the frame itself, that's when you start your countdown. We did our partial cure on the primer. So we're gonna pull it out. Alright guys, so we're gonna wait for this to cool down to about 200 degrees. And then we're gonna hot flop these tight areas. take a look in there. So one thing I forgot to explain earlier was what I was meaning when I said flow out or gel out. When the powder looks like that, like it's wet almost, that means it has flowed out or gelled out. But this was the final coat, and it's been in for the cure schedule, which was 10 minutes at 400 degrees. So now it's ready to come out. Sorry about my pants, guys. I don't have no belt on.
That's good.
All right, guys, so here's pretty much every part that I've coated for this LTZ 400 build. As I said, guys, this is pretty new to me. My first time powder coating. So some mistakes were made, and it's not the best finish, but overall, I think it turned out pretty sweet. I'm probably not even gonna end up using the foot pegs and the heel guards because I probably put Nerf bars on here, but I coated them anyway. The black is ink black from Columbia Coatings. I'm pretty sure I'll have to double check. And I did this a while ago, so it's a little dusty, but didn't turn out too bad. When you're using cheap guns or beginner level guns, in order to get a great finish or consistent finish, you gotta have a lot of finesse. And that's still something I'm trying to get down pat. So when you see things like the orange peel and the black, some of the orange peel in the frame, that's just a learning curve, man. But the more I coat, the better I should get. And the less of that we should have. But overall, man, I think this thing turned out sweet. And I'm ready to throw it together. All right, y'all, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video, man. We finally get ready to get going on this 400 for the most part. I have a few things that I'm gonna Cerakote as far as engine covers go. And I'm pretty sure the next video on the 400 will be the engine build. We're gonna be building a stroker motor for this thing, so it should turn out pretty sweet. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm gonna Cerakote the brakes or not. I might not. It just depends on how I'm feeling. What y'all just saw on this table, there's a lot of hours wrapped up into you know, prepping and coating these parts. For a small time dude doing it out of his garage, blasting the frame and the bigger things like the swing arm and the subframe was a task, because the swing arm fit in the cabinet, the subframe fit in the cabinet just barely, but that frame was like a real pain in the butt, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all saw what I was doing. You know, as far as blasting outside, it took a while, but anyway, man, if you want to get after something, there ain't nothing, you know, there ain't no other way to do it than to just get after it and learn as you go. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting after it. But anyway, man, enough of me rambling. As always, if you guys like the content, like, share, subscribe. My returning subscribers, I definitely appreciate you guys for coming back. The people that, you know, like the videos and hit me up in the comments, drop a comment. I definitely appreciate you guys, man. And as always, I'll catch y'all boys next time. Peace.